Alright, so here is the Gen 1 and the Gen 2 model. Totally upgraded blower here by Milwaukee. Probably the best blower on the market. I will say it, yep. Now, is it the most powerful? No. No one touches the Ego. Ego, you know, all they do is deal with outdoor power equipment. That's all they focus on. So a lot of their technology is, you know, geared, and all their focus is on their outdoor power line. So, and they got a blower out like every 9 months. I think they released 2 blowers last year. You know, with the Gen 1 model, it's a perfectly fine blower. It's just that the Gen 2 is so much more powerful. I mean, basically, from what I hear, it's the same internal components that are in both blowers, but they kind of streamlined it a little bit with some more efficient and some different components on it to differentiate and get that extra miles per hour. Both have 450 CFM. As you see, the tube is a little bit more narrow, so that kind of helps with the mile per hour. That was the big thing with the Milwaukee Gen 1. It has such a big tube. But the DeWalt one does too. So, I mean, a lot of people use that as an excuse. I just think, I don't know, maybe Milwaukee kind of rushed it a little bit. But let me tell you, with the Gen 2 model, they nailed it. Again, when you weigh this blower up against any other blower, the Makita, you know, uses 2 batteries. The runtime is so much better with this blower. It's like night and day. Now, I still think the DeWalt 20-volt blower that's been out, what, 4 or 5 years now, still probably has the best runtime, and probably my second, it's probably my third. That Ego, I love it. And the only reason why I recommend this Milwaukee over the Ego is because of the battery platform. Again, it's just Milwaukee 18-volt batteries, guys. It's not those big, expensive Ego batteries. You know, not a big deal if you're in the Ego outdoor power platform. Obviously, if you're running the mower, you got a battery, or you got two maybe. If you got the snow blower, you got two. So you have a lot of batteries, but they're still heavy. And the blower itself, I mean, this thing is so light. I mean, you can put a 5 amp hour battery, you can put a 2 amp hour battery. If you just got to finish up, you know, take a battery off your drill, one of the 2 amp hour slim packs, you probably get 5 minutes out of it and just finish up doing something quick. And I mean, it's just, look at, you know, the Milwaukee Gen 1 is kind of a small blower, or a light blower, we'll say. But what they did here is just, it's the best blower out right now. You got 2 speeds on it. You know, a lot of this stuff is, you know, basically on the website, on Milwaukee's website, or if you go to Home Depot. You got 420 miles per hour, 450 CFM. The Gen 1 is 100 miles per hour and 450 CFM. Again, the issue is they're both the same price. Now, I don't know if they're going to stop production. I think they probably are going to stop production on the Gen 1, I would think. But, you know, they're both the same price. I mean, there's not even, you know, you'd have to have something wrong with you. But, all right, I got a couple more minutes. Anyway, yeah, so you got 2 speeds on it, which is awesome. The Gen 1 didn't have that. You got a cruise control on it. All you got to do is pull the trigger, press in like that. And then when you want to stop the cruise control, just pull on the trigger and it comes out. Again, you might not be able to tell from this video here, but it's probably 30% smaller. Weight wise, you're definitely going to see a 2-pound difference probably. We're going to do a little comparison, these two. You know, I was thinking about doing it in this video, but I don't even know if they're going to still be making this blower, this Gen 1. It doesn't really, I don't know why they would have 2 blowers, Milwaukee. And they're, you know, they're discounting this all over the place. But like, if this was a $50 or $60 cheaper, I'd say, hey, you know what? If you're really on a budget, grab the Gen 1. I mean, CFM wise, they're both the same, but the more comfortable. Sorry about that. Like I said, the new Gen 2 Milwaukee, definitely the most comfortable blower on the market to use with the amount of power. You know, it's debatable which one you're going to like better. You know, the Ego is definitely more powerful. The Makita probably has a little bit more power too, but the runtime and, you know, having to put 2 batteries on it. The Makita's good, don't get me wrong, but this is definitely, Milwaukee got it right this time. So, any comments, questions, let me know. I'm going to probably do a comparison with the 2, and we'll do some more stuff. You know, obviously this time of year, not too many leaves around. The leaves that I did do, that you saw in the video, they were, half of them were dry, half of them were wet. So, it did a real great job. And I don't know from that video, but this thing really has some power. The old one did too, very underrated. It definitely has some power to it, the Gen 1. But any comments, questions, let me know, and we'll catch you. Flip. So here is the Gen 1 air intake. As you can see, the propeller is totally different from the Gen 2. My take on it is, again, they pretty much have the same motor inside, but there's different components in there that Milwaukee engineers have obviously put in the Gen 2 to get that extra miles per hour in a more compact size. Yes, the tube also makes a difference, but there's definitely some differences between the Gen 1 and the Gen 2. A lot of people have been saying, you know, it's basically just a tube that's different. Totally not true. So check it out.